Good afternoon, children. Let's start the today's class by discussing the questions given in the assignment. So, the first question given was state Archimedes principle, which I'm sure all of you must have written. Then you had a solid of density 2.7 gram per centimeter cube and a volume of 0.0015 meter cube is completely immersed in alcohol of density 800 kilogram per meter cube. You were to calculate the weight of the solid, upthrust and apparent weight in SI unit. So, first part was to calculate the weight. So, weight of solid is equal to, you all know, m into g, but the mass is not given in the question. So we'll rewrite as, we'll use over here volume into density. So you have V rho g. The volume is given to be as 0.0015 meter cube. Density is 2.7 gram per centimeter cube and the value of G is 10 meter per second square. Now this I can rewrite as 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 2.7 into 10 to the power of 3, because this is given in gram per centimeter cube and I need it in SI unit, so I will multiply with 10 to the power of 3 into 10. When you multiply, you know this and this will eliminate, and 1.5 into 2.7 into 10 is going to give you 40.05 Newton. So this is the weight of the solid in SI unit. B part comprised of finding the upthrust. Now, over here you should know that the solid is completely immersed. So, it will be volume of the solid into, over here, it will be density of liquid. This is very important to remember. It is density of liquid into G. Now, the volume of solid I can use from here 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Density of liquid is given to be 800 kilogram per meter cube. It is an SI unit into 10. Now, when you solve this, you are going to get 12 Newton. So, this is the upthrust acting on the solid, which is completely immersed in alcohol. Finally, you have to calculate the apparent weight. Now, the apparent weight will be equivalent to what? The weight in air minus upthrust. That means 40.05 minus 12, which is going to give me 28.05 Newton. The second question, children, you had was, show graphically variation of buoyant force with volume of an object immersed in a liquid and density of a liquid. Over here, what you need to remember is that buoyant force is equal to V rho G. This is the formula we had done. Now what is this showing? This is showing that buoyant force is directly proportional to immersed volume. So when you want to draw the first graph, A, you have to draw the graph between the buoyant force and the volume. So the buoyant force over here is directly proportional to immersed volume. So when you draw a graph, direct proportionality graphs always have a straight line. So we'll have the force on this side and I will have immersed volume over here, and the graph will be a straight line, which will indicate as the immersed volume will increase, the buoyant force will also increase. There is a direct proportionality between the two. Same way, the second part of the question, you had to draw a graph between buoyant force and density. So what is the formula indicating over here? Again, it is indicating that the buoyant force is directly proportional to density. Again, when you draw a graph, buoyant force on this side, density on the x-axis, you will get a line which is a straight line, right? Oblique line. This again indicates that buoyant force is directly proportional to density. Now see children, the third question. What did it say? It said that compare the weight of seawater and river. Sorry, the question was saying a man first swims in river water and then in seawater. Compare the weight of seawater and the river water displaced by him. Where does the man find it easier to swim and why? This is a bit tricky question. Now see, when the man is in the river and he is swimming, then remember over there the weight of man is equal to the weight of liquid displaced. Similarly, when he is in the sea, then again the weight of man is the downward force, and the weight of the liquid displaced is the upward force, upthrust acting on the person. So weight of man in the sea is equal to weight of sea water displaced. It is coming from the Archimedes principle. Right, so now I have two things. One, when he is in the river. Second, he is in the sea, but the man is the same. So weight of man is equal to weight of liquid displaced when he swims, and in the sea again the weight of man will be equal to weight of the sea water displaced. From first and the second, when I equate these two, what will I get? I'll get weight of river water. Instead of liquid, I should have written over here the river water. Okay, so weight of river water, right, displaced is equal to weight of sea water displaced. Fine. That means when you want to compare, you will say that it is in the ratio 1:1. Weight of the river water displaced is equal to the weight of the sea water displaced. Now the second part says, where does the man find it easier to swim and why? Now see, where will a man find easier? You don't have to drown. You have to keep yourself above. So you will be above when upthrust acting on you is more. So it will be easier to swim when upthrust is more. Fine. When is the upthrust more? When the immersed volume is more and the density is more. So over here, when you compare these two, it's a river water and sea water. Where is the density more? In sea water, because of the salt content. So upthrust is more in what? Sea water. So therefore it will be easier for him to swim in the sea water, as upthrust exerted on the man in the sea will be more as compared to the river.